If you're a student at Sam Houston State University, you might recognize this as your Bearcat 1 card, and you'll probably be surprised to hear that you're probably going to throw it away soon. I'm Bearcat Student Media's Thomas Chambers, and as midterms wind down and temperatures rise, SHSU students have one thing on their mind. Sam Houston's annual award show, the Sammys, is usually put on right here at the Gatner Performing Arts Center, but not this year. And for the first time in 29 years, the Sammys will be held here in the Orange Ballroom, which has caused some controversy amongst the campus community. I'm here at the LSC White Ballroom, where one event attracted over 1,000 SHSU students. Find out that event and why some students left disappointed, coming up on Bearcat Student Media News. They were out for blood recently, literally. The College of Humanities and Social Sciences partnered with the Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center and hosted a blood drive. One of the university's newest projects will allow students to find themselves lost among the stars. Election year is here. On March 5th, the Republican and Democratic primaries will take place in Walker County. Bearcat Student Media's Keziah Frederick tells us about a new facility the team should love. Dust off your boots and saddle up. The rodeo is back in town.
Sam Houston's very first rodeo attracted competitors from college campuses all across Texas and roped in a crowd that filled the new arena's stands. The arena is named in memory of the late Sam Houston alum and founding father of the SHSU rodeo team, Sonny Sykes. But the main spectacles of the two-day event were the rodeo competitors and their numerous events. JC Byler is a 20-year-old member of the Sam Houston State Rodeo team. She competes in barrel racing, goat tying, and breakaway roping.
Oh, my favorite's barrel racing, like, for sure.
On the morning of November 9th, Byler and her horse, Tata, competed in the first qualifying long run of barrel racing and ended with a time of 16.25 seconds. This earned her a spot to compete 2 days later in the finals. On November 10th, the Sonny Sykes Arena opened up to the general public. The following day, the championship rounds took place. Sam Houston won 2 individual championship titles, Bradley Miller in bareback riding and Kristen Reeves in goat tying. Byler, meanwhile, completed her final preparations.
So I was definitely nervous at first, but then I've, rodeoed so much that I've kind of gotten used to it a little bit. So I kind of know how to tune everything out. So really leading up to my run, I was kind of just like, okay, calm and collected.
Come on, JC! All the way!
But the race didn't go as planned for Byler and Tata.
Well, tonight we had a little bit of a bobble. We were making a nice run. My mare was doing great, the first and the second barrel, but the third barrel, she kind of saw something, got a little spooked, and kind of got a little wide around the third. I wasn't going to be upset with her, it happens. So we kind of ran a longer time. I actually don't know what my time was. I know it was longer, but I wasn't totally upset with that at all.
Byler completed her run with a time of 16.94 seconds, which wasn't enough to push her to the winning spot. But she brushed herself off.
The bobble tonight, it's not going to affect me as much. I'm not going to look back on it, so it's really looking forward. I'm going to be really confident, making solid runs.
Sam Houston will compete in 5 more rodeos over the spring semester to earn spots at the College National Finals Rodeo. From the Sonny Sykes Arena in Huntsville, Texas, Thomas Chambers, Bearcat Student Media.
On Valentine's Day, the Campus Activities and Traditions Office hosted Build-A-Bay in the White Ballroom. Before the ballroom opened, more than 1,000 students lined up in anticipation. Students could select 1 out of 11 different bays to adopt, stuff, and take home.
So I chose a frog because I thought he was so cute, and he's green, which is one of my favorite colors.
I have a dog at home. Actually, his name's Taco. And so this isn't exactly like him, but it's always nice to have something of your pet around. So I figured a dog is perfect.
But not everyone was lucky enough to get a bay.
I got to the table where they were giving you the animals, and the person in front of me got the last animal that they had.
After supplies ran out, staff received backlash from students who were still waiting in line. Some students turned to Instagram.
Among those students was Caden Dreyer, with a comment expressing his frustration with his unrewarded wait time.
After I got to the table and they gave them all away, I was already aggravated, so I got even more aggravated.
We do have a set budget for this event that we can only work with, because we did try to tell these people who created this other line, hey, this isn't a real line. The line starts all the way over here, but we can't physically move anyone. So I can only go as give you like a verbal announcement.
Despite the backlash, Campus Activities and Traditions staff hope to hold the event again with a new lineup of animals for students to adopt. From Sam Houston State University, Thomas Chambers, Bearcat Student Media News.
According to Huntsville PD, on October 12th, at around 1:15 p.m., police were called to the Timbers apartment complex because a man was acting unusual and waving a firearm in the air. Shortly after, the suspect was seen entering a building. When police met him, gunfire broke out.
Apparently, the cop was shot 3 times, and the guy's dead. So, from what I understand, they're still processing everything. It literally, we were like, we got a call from my mother-in-law, and they're like, hey, did you hear about what's going on? And they're like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Look out the window, and there's just cops everywhere.
Home Yunez lives in the building next to where the shooting took place.
I'm surprised I didn't hear anything, honestly. Nothing. Me and my wife were just hanging out, and then we get the call, look outside, and there's chaos.
What we know from the police department press release is the injured police officer was taken to Conroe for treatment, and his condition is currently stable. The suspect was shot and pronounced dead on the scene. At this time, we know the names of neither the suspect or the victim. From the Timbers apartment complex in Huntsville, Texas, Thomas Chambers, Bearcat Student Media News.